Hey everybody, casual boxing fan here. I just got finished watching the Joshua Buatsi v Antonio Periban fight, and it was a good performance from Buatsi. He came forward, good shot selection, good body punching, good hooks, and that's what Buatsi's really good at. He's really good at picking his shots, really good at varying them up, really good at going to that body. Showed a good jab, caught some shots in his guard. He got hit a bit, but at this level, it's not really too much, especially against a guy like Periban, who's not really going to hurt a big guy like Buatsi. Periban's seen better days. I really do think it's time we see him take a big step up now. A real tough 175-pounder who can push him and test him and will give him some rounds. So we really get to see what Buatsi's made of, because he is getting hit a bit too much. Some people say it's because of the level of opposition. He knows he can take it. But sometimes that is just a fight style. Sometimes they're going to get hit. So we'll be able to see if it is Buatsi style, if he takes that harder step up, that harder test. I'm not calling for him to fight like a Kovalev or anybody like that, but I'm just calling for, a guy who's in the top 15, maybe at the bottom half, who's going to come with some ambition, who's going to come to try and win and try and make a fight of it. Because, Periban was in there and he was trying at times, but he was just too small, outgunned by the bigger, stronger Buatsi. He was just picking his shots beautifully. And that's what we want to see from the young man. We want to see a young fighter showing these skills, showing these techniques, and we want to see where he needs to improve. At times, he does hold his feet a bit too much. He does kind of go too offensive, holds his feet, doesn't really move his head, doesn't feint enough. But hopefully those will be things he picks up as time goes on, as he gets more experience as a pro, his skills develop a little bit more, and then we'll be seeing a more full, well-rounded fight in Buatsi, because he is a very technically good fighter. His punches are very well delivered. They're very sharp. If you look at his punch delivery, they're so sharp. No excessive weight behind them. They're turned right. He turns into them well. And that's what you want to see. A very good puncher. A very sharp puncher. Obviously, there'll be a lot of comparisons between him and Yarde, because they seem to be having a bit of a competition. I would say there are two top British heavyweights. I would say technically both Yarde and him are very good. I would favour Buatsi as the better light heavyweight, just for the time being. He's more experienced. He's more experienced than an amateur, and I like that. I think he's got a better pedigree and background. But Yarde looks strong. He's coming up. Obviously, our hope would be these two men meet at some point. I don't really need to see that fight right now. I'd rather maybe Yarde picks up a belt and then we get that fight going, because Yarde's 10 fights ahead of him. So Buatsi needs still a bit more time to get used to it in the pro ranks, because he's still making little errors here and there. He's getting hit 1-2 too many times, but it's good what he's bringing to the table. It is always good to see a young British star show what he can do, represent, and do well. And that's what I hope he continues to do. Just let's step up the competition next time, because, Periban, he's a super middleweight, really, isn't he? So him fighting Buatsi is not really fair, is it? And it's not helping Buatsi anyway, is it? It's giving Buatsi a round or two, but Buatsi's not feeling the pressure or the weight of a light heavyweight on him. He's not having to push a light heavyweight back. So him fighting Periban does very little for him. I get it, Periban has the experience at a top level, but that top level is at 168, not 175. And Periban's seen better days. So hopefully next time we see him, he's going to get better competition, and we can see how he's developing. We can see anything he needs to improve. Because these early days here, it's very hard to judge a young fighter, because normally when they step up, they'll show you something you've never seen before. So let's just wait and see with Buatsi. But he's a good prospect. He's a good fighter. I'm happy to see him pick up the win. So thank you all for listening. This has been the Casual Boxing Fan.